Hey everybody, Jacqueline Snyder and Minna Kunlo-Sitep here, your co-hosts of the Product Boss podcast. In a year like no other, we have discovered the strength of community, the support it brings, and the power of coming together. As we head into the holiday season, we're going to spotlight small product-based businesses from our community. Think of it as your own personal audio gift guide for this holiday season.
This episode is brought to you by our small biz shopping directory and the Shop 1 in 5 pledge. We believe that when you purchase from a small business, your dollar goes further. We're inviting you to shop the directory and to take the Shop 1 in 5 pledge with us. It's a commitment to make 1 in 5 of your purchases from a small business online or offline. It's a way to make an impact together where and when it matters most. Because the truth is, your purchasing power matters now more than ever.
When you buy from the directory, you're buying from a real person. You're contributing to their family and household. You're helping them hire teams and support other businesses. You're helping them improve and build up their local communities. You're keeping the economy going through your purchasing power, and you're stimulating innovation and job creation. That's why we've dedicated these episodes and created the Small Biz Shopping Directory. Because while most of our listeners are business owners, you are all also consumers.
Our goal is to shine a spotlight on small product businesses and to buy from each other. Here is what you can do to make an impact. 1, take the pledge. Make the commitment to shop 1 in 5 of your purchases towards small businesses. You're using your purchasing power to change lives.
2, shop the directory. Don't know where to find small businesses online? We created this Small Biz Shopping Directory to make it easy to support, shop, and share small businesses. You're making a difference with your spending, and it's amazing and fun. Choose from 15 incredible categories and hundreds of small online businesses to shop from.
3, share the directory. Imagine if each of us told 3 to 4 people to shop the Small Biz Shopping Directory. It would be incredible and life-changing to so many small businesses. Tell your friends, family, and social network. It costs nothing extra and makes a world of difference. Our purchases have the ability to change lives.
You can take the pledge at shop1in5.com and shop the directory at theproductboss.com/shop now. All the direct links and businesses mentioned in this episode will be linked in the show notes. So let's jump in. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Product Boss podcast. I'm your host, Jacqueline Snyder, with my awesome and so fortunate to have co-host, Minna Kunlo-Sitep. Hey, Minna.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully we're catching you and you are spending some quality time with your loved ones and enjoying a piece of pie or something.
It's also the eve before Black Friday weekend. So we're also sending you all luck for the promotions and what you're going to run and, for hitting your revenue goals and your visibility goals. So we're super excited for what's to come. And whether you're listening to this in real time or while you're packing up orders, we want to just tell all of you that we're so extremely grateful to have all of you in our community.
Yes, so grateful. Which brings us to what we wanted to talk about today, and that is gratitude, right? Feeling grateful and appreciative. Because I think when everybody goes through that lens of gratitude in their life, there's actually proven benefits to it. So we're all going to take a pause together on Thanksgiving Day to go over this 10-minute exercise that each and every one of you could do as a business owner, and it would actually improve everything overall for you as well. Just taking from, and we'll put this into the show notes, but an article from positivepsychology.com that talks about the benefits of gratitude. And so we'll quickly go over the benefits of it even before we jump into this exercise, because this isn't just for Thanksgiving. It can be for any time, right? Every day.
Yeah, it's something you may want to practice when you're kind of feeling down. That positive psychology where sometimes if things are feeling like it's hard to find your wins or or it's a rougher day, you might need to take a moment and pause and find something that you're grateful for. Sometimes we'll do it in our, because we do this in our masterminds and sometimes in some of our lives where we ask you to share wins, but sometimes people aren't always feeling the wins. And I say, be grateful that you're breathing, like go so simple, super simple.
Right.
But we're going to help you do this exercise, and you can come back to this Thanksgiving episode, in the future if you need a reminder on this as well.
But really quick, the proven benefits of gratitude when you do practice gratitude on a daily or consistent basis are these 8 things that they listed. It improves physical health, it improves sleep, it improves psychological health, it increases empathy, it reduces aggression, it creates more social connection, and it enhances self-esteem, and it also improves mental strength. That is what having a gratitude practice does for you on an overall level. So just think about doing that and getting into that habit and imagine the possibility of that. But as we're going into this, and again from this positivepsychology.com article, they give 13 different popular gratitude exercises and, anywhere from journaling to gratitude jar. But the one that really piqued our interest was this one that's called gratitude box. So we're going to go through this and do it from a lens of being a business owner and see if that would be kind of a fun exercise for us to do all together.
Right. And, box, jar, whatever you need that's a container. It might be something that you keep in your workspace or on your desk or somewhere that you frequent often. That is a place that you can store this as well as come back to it as needed.
Right. And so the idea of this one, the gratitude box, is that you have your loved ones participate in it. We're going to do it from 2 angles. One is where you have your loved ones participate in it, maybe around the Thanksgiving, table if you want to, but also we want to do this for yourself too. So we'll get to that in a little bit here. So it says here, the idea of the gratitude box is to share your feelings with loved ones and to cultivate your own sense of gratitude. And it's an easy activity that you take a box, some paper and a pen, and you write down gratitude messages. You create a gratitude box for yourself. And then, this is our spin on it, maybe you have that box and then you open it up during Hanukkah or Christmas or the New Year or whatever it is, further along into the rest of 2020, that you put this in the box now and you open it later.
Yeah. Think of it as love letters to a loved one in a way, right? You're grateful for them, or to yourself. So like Minna said, you'll get, your box, the paper, pen and pencil. So we're going to talk about family.
Yeah. So imagine, you, James, Oliver, and Willa doing this. So you write to each one of them and each one of you has a box and you put the slip of paper in there, right? Mm-hmm. And so here are some starter short messages that they could fill out for each person. Okay. So thank you for ... So for you, you would write this to, let's say, Willa, Oliver, whoever has a box.
To my husband, thank you for watching our children while I record podcasts upstairs and raising them, making sure they're breathing and homeschooling them.
So she'll write that on a slip of paper, right? And then Oliver will write one, and then Willa will, and that will be James's box, right? Mm-hmm. And then what I love about you ... So she'll finish that, and then everybody will put that into James's box as well. And the third message is my holiday wish for you ... Then fast forward to, Christmas in that house, Christmas or Hanukkah, whichever, New Year's. It could be any day, really. It could
be like a day where he just cannot homeschool anymore and tells me that they're my children.
And then ta-da,
your children. And then I'm like, go open your gratitude box.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much. And so then he would open it up and it would be filled with gratitude for him. And how amazing would that be, right? Because you would see him open that up as well. Genius.
You know why it's genius? Because your husband was also struggle bus today with homeschooling.
Gosh. He was done. That's
what I'm saying. So if we had a special box, we could just hand them and tell them, go sit in the corner and read your messages.
Costs $0, but it also cultivates with your kids the idea of gratitude, because you just heard us talk about the benefits of the practice of gratitude, right? So again, I'm going to repeat those questions and then we're going to flip it to the 10-minute exercise as a business owner. Okay. So thank you for ... What I love about you, dot, dot, dot. My Christmas wish for you, dot, dot, dot. Then you collect the messages, put it in the box, tie it up, save it for a later time when you can be like, boom, here's your gratitude box. And so that is what was on positivepsychology.com. Again, the article will be in the show notes. But we thought, what better love to show than for our product bosses that they can really practice this with their own businesses, right? Because sometimes it feels like a child that we have. Sometimes it takes from us. Sometimes it feels like a whole nother role that we have that's actually really nice because we have it for ourselves. So this gratitude box is for you as a business owner. Okay. So Jacqueline, so now imagine you are a business owner. You want to sit down and create a gratitude box for yourself so you can open it up when there's those hard days in your business that you can open up later at the end of the year. And you can say, Jacqueline, boom, I totally forgot, but I made myself this gratitude box for these hard days. Okay. So here are the prompts that we want you to finish. And you could absolutely do this on Thanksgiving. So you can probably open it up in fourth quarter, I'm guessing, on one of the bad days.
Or maybe on Tuesday after Cyber Monday.
Which is Giving Tuesday. So you're giving yourself a gift. Okay. So these are kind of the spin-off of what they already gave in the article. Okay. I'm thankful for my business because ... What I love about being a business owner is ... My holiday wish for me and my business is ... And we added a bonus one in here. As I move into the end of this year and into the new year, I want to feel this about my business ... So when you're having an especially hard day and you feel like this is the one thing that you have for yourself outside of your family, outside of your children, whatever it is, this is a box that you get to open up for yourself, because a lot of us have our businesses, but we are the ones that it feels good having it for ourselves. But this is a gratitude exercise for you, because your business is oftentimes a big part of yourself, you know.
And I would say, and these are just some prompts, right? And this can be full of prompt after prompt. And the more you're able to reflect and practice gratitude, the more it's going to change that part of your brain. So here's some other things, as I said, about like opening this on Tuesday. You can also do what I love about my customers is, and thank you to my customers for, and even my holiday wish for my customers is, because sometimes, even if your customers are driving you, what did I say the other day that people love? Bonkers or cuckoo nuts, I think I used.
Right.
You have to love on them, because while it's an exchange of them purchasing from you your beautiful, wonderful, awesome products, we wouldn't have businesses without our customers. So even if you're getting shipping questions or returns or whatever it is, if you can start to practice that gratitude for your customers, and it'll also change your mindset around them as well.
Right. It helps you go from a different approach, because you want to be able to approach it from a place of love. You want to be loving on your customers, because otherwise it's hard to want to get to show up for them. Right. And then the gratitude box, it makes it really easy for that. So do we want to run through some ideas for what these, prompts could lead to? Or
yeah, well, I actually pulled out, because I have the 5-minute journal, which is a gratitude journal. And so I was just looking at that for some ideas too, for all of you. So, there's the simple I'm grateful for, right? So thank you for, but you can also start a prompt with I am grateful for. And it could be I'm grateful for being able to work the hours I choose to work. I'm grateful for being able to be with my kids and homeschool them and run my business. So you could have an I am grateful for. And also you can also have something that's like, they have 3 amazing things that happened today, but you could even do something that of reflecting on I'm grateful for, and maybe list some of your wins, or 3 amazing things that happened this year, 3 amazing things that happened this week. You can even add to this gratitude journal when you have a win, or a box. When you have a win, you can put it in the box. So these are just some more prompts. If you have them, share them with us. We'd love to hear it, in our community, so that we could really help each other start to make this a practice, but especially today on Thanksgiving, as we are in our busiest time of the year.
Right. So I'm thankful for my business because it connects me with people around the world. What I love about being a business owner is I get to do whatever I want, but still make money and contribute to my family. My holiday wish for me and my business is that I survive But yet I still get to enjoy some fun, simple traditions with my family. As I move into the end of this year and the new year, I want to feel this about my business. I want to feel inspired by my business. I want to feel like I'm in a place that progressed from where I was before, even if it wasn't what I was expecting. I want to feel like I've survived 2020 to the best of my ability, and that I'm excited about what else I could creatively think about for my business. So those are just some simple examples. Of course, you come up with your own, but that is just an idea of what you could open up for yourself when you're taking the time to pause and practice gratitude. Because oftentimes we get so inundated with, customer service stuff or shipping or the to-dos that we have to do because we have our family, we have our, business, we have our spouses, whatever it is. And we forget about that pause of being like, oh, this is the why, this is the reason, this is the thing that keeps me going. And it's helpful when you get to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So again, we're grateful for you. We're grateful for you spending your time with us and keeping us in your earbuds and those of you that are in our community and that have signed up for our courses.
We should do this for the product boss.
Okay.
Should we run through these prompts? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, Jacqueline, you ready? Lean back. Get ready for this. I do the prompt, you do the ending, okay?
She gets the easy part.
I love surprising her with these things that she gets to wing.
At least when I surprise you, I do it. You're like, no. You surprise me and you're like, and go.
Yeah, I know. It's so much fun. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for my business because
we get to work with other business owners. I get to work with you. I get to raise my family the way I want to raise my family, and that we have impact. So I'm thankful for my business because we are impacting other people and their lives. And it's greater than I could have ever imagined ever when we started this podcast.
I love it. Okay. What I love about being a business owner is
that I can have a business that I love. I know it sounds, rhetorical, but I've worked for people and haven't enjoyed that. And you're not in control of who you work with. But what I love about having a business is the freedom it gives me, the ability to work with people that I want to work with, that I get to make my own hours, that the sky is the limit for the revenue that we make. There is no cap. There is no ceiling to what we can do in terms of revenue and or even impact. And so, but then we also somehow work more hours than we would if we were employed by somebody.
But we enjoy a lot more of every piece of it, right?
So we get to do what inspires us.
Mm-hmm. My holiday wish for me and my business is?
My holiday wish for me and my business is that we are able to take time to truly reflect on the year that we've had, the impact we've had, and to also vision for where we're going. And my wish is that next year, 2021, as we can tell from 2020, we dealt with whatever the year threw at us. Mm-hmm. And we were successful in that, and we continue to grow, and that we know that we can handle whatever is to come. And that I think also for next year that we don't feel like we have to hustle, but that we have a plan and that we can find more space for self-care.
I love all of those. Those are lots of holiday wishes there.
I mean, it's lots of things. You're putting me on the spot here. I'm just like,
no, I love it. Okay, last one. As I move into the end of this year and into the new year, I want to feel this about my business.
I want to feel inspired. Like you said, I want to feel inspired by my business, and I want to feel like there is infinite possibilities. And we get to choose our own adventure and enjoy every bit of it.
Love it. See,
are you on board?
I'm on board. Perfect answers.
All right, Minna, your turn on the spot.
I would like to say I co-sign everything that you've already said.
I actually want to know from you what you're thankful for your business. Or I am thankful for my business because...
I'm thankful for my business because I've discovered things about myself that I never thought were possible, right? And it's been kind of incredible to think back to how I, thinking I was going to be a writer or a teacher or all those things, and seeing it come full circle in a different way and feeling like, wow, I can't believe what my life is and how it all led up to this path, and feeling like I've never felt like I've ever truly felt like this is where I was meant to be. And that's how I feel. Is like this is it. This is, I feel like I've discovered my capabilities, and so I love that. That's what I'm truly thankful for. And it comes with having the most amazing business partner as well. And discovering us in different capacities, even as like we're heading into the new year, for example, I've actually been surprised at myself how much I've voiced the things I've wanted, even in our partnership. Whereas when I've had partnerships before, I've never voiced them. And certainly not as immediate, maybe in a rage, but
not in real time.
Not in real time, with a partner that really understood where I was coming from and felt comfortable with me gathering up my thoughts how I needed to, or, I think it almost feels like marriage counseling in a way, we were learning a lot with being each other's partners, and everything that's culminated to this point of being with other business partners and understanding communication and life itself, I think has really helped. But I think that's what I'm really thankful for too, is that having a good business partner, having a business where I've never seen myself to my fullest potential beyond my wildest dreams, and being surprised with even myself every day. And I say that in the most humbling way, that it feels so good, because it hasn't come easy, but I've challenged myself and I feel proud of myself, And so I'm also thankful for my business, because I know that it changes my children. Like every day, my kids are always saying something about, oh, my mom does a podcast, or my mom owns her own business. And I know that I'm so like impressionable on how they see the world, and they see me as this person that could, like, the strongest person in their life, And so I get to see that in the reflection of them. And that makes me super, super thankful, because then it makes me feel like, oh, that other part of being a good mom, it's all encompassed into there. So long story short, I would say those are the main things, because I feel like, all of that plays a part into my personal life and everything, and seeing that come to fruition. The hard work doesn't feel as hard as it still feels like it's worth it,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really thankful for that.
Well, I co-sign that as well. Ditto.
Yeah. Well, this on the fly stuff sure is easy.
Now I need you to write that all down for me and put it in my box.
Right. So
try it.
I'll have, you'll get an electronical box with an audio player.
No, just replay this Voxer or this podcast. Yeah. So that's what I'll say to all of you, is that, it takes vulnerability. It takes vulnerability to people around you and your family. It takes vulnerability to partners or people you work with, and it takes vulnerability to yourself as well. So I know some of us feel like it's hard sometimes to let that in, but it softens the edges. And I also believe, to be a good leader or business owner, that you are human, and you're allowed to make mistakes, and you're allowed to have vulnerability, and it doesn't make you any less strong. So, and I think that's something, even in our partnership, we allow for each other. We don't take it personal. We allow for each other to go through what we need to go through on our own journeys, and it's not personal, and it allows for us to work it out, in the way, when I say work it out, I mean in the way of like business growth, owners, business growth. We've never been a part of a business as amazing as this one, or as successful as this one. And so we're also learning as we grow. And I think that's the same for all of you, as you start to hit your revenue goals and your visibility goals. And, whether you've gone from a 4-figure business a month to a 5-figure to a 6-figure, you're learning as well. Yeah. So I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, I've never been a mom to a 7-year-old before, so give me a break.
Yeah. Imagine a 10-year-old girl. It is something else.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, you've never been a business owner of $100,000 business or $1 million business. So give yourself this to learn and to be grateful for the journey that got you to where you are today.
Right. I mean, they call it growing pains for a reason. I do think that there's reward in the pain, right? So it's like, of course it's growing pains because you've never done it. It's challenging. It feels hard and it feels, crazy at the same thing. Like feels there's so many emotions wrapped up in that one moment that can change in the next moment. And so I think that growing pains, but at the end of the day, when you sit down to do these gratitude exercises, you literally are reaching in and finding the gratitude out of all of that. You're finding your wins. You're finding the part that pulls you through the hard growing pains, and kind of at the other end, you're like, wow, I'm impressed with myself. I survived 2020 and here's what I have to show for it,
Which you can buy Christmas ornaments at the Product Boss's Small Biz Shopping Directory that says, I survived 2020.
And I survived the toilet paper shortage. Remember that ornament?
But I will say to you also, as we're right on that cusp. Some of you may have started your sales again or your promotions already, but depending on when you're listening to this, no matter what happens, no matter what the result is of revenue and revenue goals, if it's super successful, then be grateful for that, right? Because all the work you put into it has done that. If you feel tired or burnt out, be grateful for the ability to have a business that, gets you there and that you'll get through it, right? You'll get through the next few weeks. If you are somebody who has not hit your revenue goals or, feels like this season is just not what you wanted it to be grateful for being able to have those goals, for having the permission to dream big. And if you don't hit your target now, it doesn't mean that that's it for you. That means that you dreamt really big and you've been working really hard, and it will come together for you. And it's not always in your own timeline. So know that that's the other thing, right? I'm grateful for all of you for setting really big goals and targets and reaching and trying and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. So no matter what comes, you're doing incredible, amazing things that other people don't do. And I want you to remember that as well.
Yeah. You're stretching yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think that's the perfect note to end on. So we all can get to our Thanksgiving gratitude boxes and really think about stretching yourself to even stretch yourself into the gratitude practice, right? Stretching yourself as a business owner and what that looks like for a gratitude practice. And again, we're so, so grateful for all of you. And we can't wait to hear how you answered all of your prompts that we gave you. Our goal is to shine a spotlight on small product businesses.
You can take the pledge at shop1in5.com and shop the directory at theproductboss.com/shop now.